Haunted_with Stream Elements said Ye Old Nerdcast is now live. Streaming Suikoden 2 HD Remaster, done in Unification War, burnin Suikoden 2 on a mission to complete this ASAP.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin broadcasting, as always, live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a busy, jam-packed Tuesday for me. Is today Tuesday or is it Monday? I think it's Tuesday. Busy, jam-packed Tuesday for me. How's everybody doing out there? I myself had a hell of a long day at work today. Meeting-packed day, and tomorrow's going to be more of the same. So I don't know how long I'm going to stream. Because I need to wake up early tomorrow.
Haunted Taco 12 said Tuesday, we're almost in Wednesday.
Hey, what's up, Haunted Taco? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? We are almost on Wednesday. I'm just gonna jump right into the game because I don't think it's gonna be a very late night for me. As a result of all of the craziness. I mean, it's been good. It's been fun. Flew in some. The company flew in some of the remote workers so we could have a whole studio-wide get-together and etc. etc. And that's been cool. But it's never a good time when you're sitting in a meeting for 4 hours straight. Like,
Haunted Taco 12 said Yolda 6th Suki.
She's downstairs somewhere. She is downstairs somewhere. Galbi was just here, but she scampered once she noticed that I noticed her. She does not like to be perceived.
Kite said Kite spawns in. Haunted Taco 12 said I'm doing alright, little bittersweet.
Why bittersweet? What's going on in Taco World? Yo, what's going on, Lynn? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? It's been a while. Hope you've been good. You know, I was actually this close to streaming I was this close to streaming Daggerfall tonight, but I decided, you know what, I need to just...
Haunted Taco 12 said Ozzy Osbourne died and he was a big inspiration for me when I was in music. I also really liked his music.
That is right. Ozzy did die today. He passed away. Rest in peace, Ozzy. I didn't even really get a chance to read up on that.
Maniacal Toaster said hello, it is me, and we lost a king today.
Yo, what's up, Toaster? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I really didn't even get a chance to read up on that because, like, it happened when I was in the middle of my meeting day.
Haunted
So I saw
Taco
something
12
about it.
said hell of a musician. Nobody can replace that guy.
I mean, I know he just did that, like, crazy hours-long
Kite said,
concert.
Yeah, had to relocate for work and been busy with the night schedule.
He had the final Black Sabbath show. Yeah, it was a pretty spectacular ordeal.
Haunted Taco 12 said, yeah, I think he knew the time was coming. Street Corner Becky said we absolutely loved Superman, and yes, rest in peace Ozzy.
Yo, what's up, Vince? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Had to relocate for work. I've been busy with the night schedule. Oh, okay. Well,
Haunted Taco 12 said he didn't take any of the proceeds either, donated it all.
He was 76.
Maniacal Toaster said I'm excited to see Superman. Haven't seen a good Superman movie in so long.
It's a great movie. I loved it.
Street Corner Becky said good. Probably take my son to see Fantastic Four next Tuesday.
Oh, I keep forgetting that's coming up soon too. I've got zero interest in Fantastic Four, but I also had zero interest in Superman, so we'll see. I like Superman as a character more than I've ever liked Fantastic Four. So, I don't know. I don't think Fantastic Four is for me. Imagine, like, I remember who was it? I think I was listening to Bill Burr's podcast, and he was talking about how he was watching the Black Sabbath final show thing, and he also knew, you know, several comedians, musicians, and whatnot who went there, and he was talking about how cool it was to see how emotional everyone was. Like, I guess it was shit, man. As emotional as it was then, I'm sure it's 10x emotional now. But it's cool to see that everybody kind of he was able to go out in a way that, like, very, very, very few people do. Like, he didn't die shitting his brains out on the toilet. Like, he had a goodbye show. It was an emotional show. Like, everybody, there was like a whole lot of legends paying tribute, etc., etc. Like, if there was a way to like bring a peaceful book in to his life, like, you can't ask for a better way to go out. It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy has passed away this morning. The statement read, "He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time." Died surrounded by family after having an epic farewell concert? You really can't ask for anything better than that.
Haunted Taco 12 said, after all of the drugs he's done, I'm surprised he made it this far into his life, but I'm glad that he did. I would have loved to seen that concert live.
Me too.
I've seen Ozzy live a few times, and that dude could rock the roof off a place. I was in tears when he finished up with Mama, I'm Coming Home.
I mean, he definitely knew. He definitely knew. He definitely knew. Yeah. I'm sure that show will be rebroadcast on some streaming service at some point. It'll be on HBO Max or Prime or whatever. Something's gonna happen where it'll be rebroadcast, and I'll watch it then. I'll watch it then.
Haunted Taco 12 said it was on Netflix.
Oh, it was on Netflix? Maybe it's still on Netflix then. Shit. I guess I'll watch it on Netflix. Didn't even know that part. Hell.
Haunted Taco 12 said, my wife and I watched it.
Okay, well shit, maybe I'll watch it on Netflix then. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I guess...
Haunted Taco 12 said it's never as good as being there, but it was nice.
I guess so. I mean, I guess my vibes on live shows has kind of turned in recent years. I used to love going to see live shows, and I guess I still do kind of, but I'm much more... I guess I'm just too old. I need to get in shape. That's what it is. I don't have like that young, youthful fitness that helped me stand on my feet. If not, you know, depending on the show, mosh or whatever, 4 hours on end. Oh, it's the opening band. Let's see who the opening acts are, because I've never heard of these guys before. Maybe they're cool, you know? And then I listen, and it's like, eh. Or I'm like, oh, those guys were awesome. And then I have to sit through the main act.
I saw Hosea recently. Soon I'll be going to see Joe Bonamassa at Red Rocks and Nin at Ball Arena in August.
Nin, I know, but those other ones, you may as well have been like, oh yeah, I saw Flim Flam. Recently, and then the Flugel Brothers, along with Boz Black. Yeah, Boz Black opened for the Flugel Brothers with Flim Flam on tour. I saw all of them. They were great. But I think it's just not having that endurance for being able to stand for acts I've never heard of before, which is kind of a bummer. I should go see some shows. I need to get in shape. And then be able to endure like I did in my youth. But at the same time, this is what I was gonna say. This is what my initial thought. I was gonna say a couple minutes ago, because we're getting to that point where all of our heroes from, I guess, quote unquote, our youth.
Haunted Taco 12 said Joe Bonamassa is a pretty good blues guitarist.
Okay.
Hosier is the guy who did that Take Me to Church song.
Ugh, gross. But if you're into him, great. That's great. I hope it was a good show. But I guess we're reaching that point where all of our heroes are starting to pass away. And there's no quicker way to confront your mortality than when a lot of the people that you were into as a kid starts dropping
Haunted
like flies.
Taco 12 asks, you don't like that song?
No.
Genetic Memory Farm said, good evening, good peeps. I hope you are all safe and very, very stoned. Want to go to shows? Better get your weed tolerance up.
Yo, what's up, Genetic Memory Farms? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I mean, I'm in Austin, so that's never an issue. Like, I don't give a shit
Haunted
about
Taco
that.
12 said, fair. I like it more for the message behind it. Genetic Memory Farms said, be your own hero.
Message behind it. I guess I never really paid attention to the lyrics or anything. But I mean, I guess it's not a bad song. It's not a bad song. I just never really cared too much for it. It got overplayed at a certain point, and I guess maybe that annoyed me more than the song itself. I should go to a show. I should go to a show. I should support the youths.
Street Corner
Hello,
Becky
fellow
said
youths.
I'm just bought an Xbox component to HDMI adapter. Got the promoted Xbox I bought from my old neighbor up and running.
Nice.
Genetic Memory Farm said not bad, trimming weed. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Daco 12 said I like live shows. Haunted Daco 12 said live music is just a different vibe.
I do too. Like, it's really cool when you discover someone awesome that you never heard of before. That's a fun thing. That is a fun thing. And I do kind of miss that. I miss the discovery. I used to be the guy that people went to. I used to be the guy that a lot of my friends went to for like, hey, who's somebody I should listen to? Like, I've never heard of, like, give me a new band to listen to. And I would always have somebody that I could, I had a name that I could always pull out of my hat. And then at a certain point, I just stopped listening to like new music. And I don't really know any of that shit anymore.
Haunted Daco 12 said I listen to just about anything if it sounds good. Street Corner Becky said that's what I mostly put in the music section on the Discord, bands I love that most people haven't heard of.
Yeah, I guess maybe I should start making more of an effort of exploring music, new music, and then trying to like get back. The other thing about going to a lot of shows here in Austin, at
12
least.
said one of my favorite bands of all time back east when I lived in Mass was a post-rock band called Caspian.
Like, another thing about being like my age and getting into the live music scene here is that, like, you know, it's a college town, so it's going to be mostly college-age kids, which isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with that. It just, you know, I feel like I'm out of my element.
Said they're mostly not lyrical, but their lyrical songs are good too. Street Corner Becky said Spotify helped me discover so many European bands I would have otherwise never found.
That was part of the,
Maniacal
you know, I
Toaster
was
said
actually
also
thinking
I've
about.
become aware of Underverse. Devin, it's an Undertale fanfic, but it has an entire group making a full-on fan anime for it. Like, what? Lol.
I don't want to lose my train of thought here, but I was actually thinking about, you mentioned Spotify helping you discover bands, Vince. I remember I was thinking about this the other day because I can't remember why the topic came up. I'm gonna have to reach back into the recesses of my memory to try to figure out why, but the topic of the old internet came up. What the internet used to be like circa 1996 to like 2006. And there's a lot that's been said about it, sure, you know, and I don't need to rehash any of that. The old internet was definitely better than the modern internet. It's not even close. But one of the most fun aspects of the old internet to me, like the Wild West of music and music discovery, even post Napster, like Napster was great when it was uninhibited, but even after Napster perished, like there was still a lot of like really awesome ways to, there was a lot of great musicians, great bands that were trying to get in front of people, and there were a lot of really cool avenues. Like I used to go to, like, of all places, I used to go to mp3.com before mp3.com got bought out by like CNET or something. mp3.com was just, hey, you got an mp3, upload it here. And a lot of bands took advantage of that. And I would just search for random bands, like by location. I would look for bands in Austin. I found some great bands in Japan. Just, I wonder what bands in Tokyo are in Tokyo right now. I would click on Japan, I'd click on Tokyo, I'd click on the genre, whatever genre I was looking for. And then I'd just scroll down the list and click on a link, and then there'd be a band with some music, some MP3s playing, listed, and I'd just play them, download them, and listen to them, and be like, oh, okay, that's cool, or oh, that kind of sucks, I'm not into that, etc. So mp3.com was one of them. Like, there were actually a few Japanese ones I went to exclusively for bands that didn't put their stuff on mp3.com that were in Japan. Musi.co.jp, muse-free. I don't know if that was a .co.jp or if that was .com, but those were two I went to for a lot of Japanese music back then. And then there were some other American, type things, including like, LimeWire and all that. But LimeWire wasn't great for discoverability. Like mp3.com was great for the discoverability of it. There was another American one. I can't remember the name of it though. I can't remember the name for the life of me. It was something.download.com. But it was another great service for discoverability. So like the discoverability of it and just the full breadth of all the people that were just like trying to get their shit in front of people's face. That was really cool. And I liked exploring all that stuff. I liked exploring it. And then like you would go to an mp3.com profile and somebody would have like a link to their website and you would click on it, and then they had their own website that they had to like build themselves and shit. Like nobody built, and this is a part of like the old internet versus new internet rant that I was ruminating on. Nobody builds like a website for their own little personal pet project anymore. It's all social media now. So you have an Instagram account for your recipes, or you have a Facebook account for this, or whatever other social media account, and it all gets funneled through just the same social media service that is largely devoid of anything unique or interesting. Honestly, it's not as unique as going to someone's tailor-made GeoCities website or something like that. It's not like the network of creators and whatnot that you're trying to find like-minded individuals through Instagram or whatever it might be. It's not the same as a web ring, if you guys even remember web ring. If you're old enough to know what a web ring is, like there was just something more communal. Ironically, there was something more communal and more personal about tailor-made websites connected via a web ring than everybody just having their own social media blah. Oh, I have my own Instagram blah. It looks like everybody else's Instagram. I have my own Facebook. God, what the fuck? I have my own this or that. It looks like everybody else's. Versus having to go out of your way to like tailor make something. So like I was thinking about that sort of stuff, and I was like, man, the internet really has lost a lot of its soul, and it's a shame that there are kids that grew up with this iteration of the internet without ever knowing the old iteration, without ever knowing like you go to. I mean, I can't even describe the Google experience right now. You try to Google anything, and what do you get? You get like fucking an insane blob of AI nonsense. You get a bunch of fucking sponsored ads, and then you might get something relevant to what you're searching for down below. But even if you do get something relevant, you gotta scroll past all the cruft to get to anything that even might approach something related, organically related to what you're searching for. And then nobody clicks on page 2. Although I guess maybe more people are clicking on page 2 now because all of that other shit is shoving everything to page 2. Like, just the internet sucks now. I don't know. The internet sucks. It sucks. It's overcapitalized. Like, and I'm sure there is still freeware out there that isn't fucking horrible malware. I don't know how you find freeware that isn't horrible malware. I mean, there used to be a lot more of it back then. Freeware, shareware. I'm sure there's still a lot of open source stuff that happens in the development community. But if you're not a developer, then I don't know. It just seems shitty. And over commercialized. It's hard. Nobody just creates a tool because they think it's cool anymore. Like, somebody will create a tool and then inevitably, like, there will be a, hey, subscribe to this tool. Like, subscribe to this tool. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised there are still a few free services out there like Inkscape or GIMP or anything like that. Although, I don't know about Inkscape, but GIMP's been around for a pretty fucking long time. Anyways, that was my rant. I'll turn TTS back on so I won't lose my train of thought.
Is still great, and their new version just came out not long ago.
Yeah, sometimes I feel young, but I then realize how old I am. Granted, I'm not exactly a geriatric, I'm a millennial, but even we millennials are approaching their middle age. Yeah, I'm pretty ensconced in my middle age at this point. I miss Napster. I miss the old internet in general, 96 2006. Yeah, that's the time frame I gave too. What's up, Arachnid? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing?
Arachnid Soul said you're really only as old as your health.
And too much is subscription based now. Yeah, it really that's a huge problem in my opinion. Google Chrome completely stopped working for me last year. After a few months of not being able to get it to load, I've gone to Edge. Oh, Jesus, what happened to your fucking Chrome? I would do anything before going to Edge. I don't use Chrome, though. I don't use Chrome.
Arachnid Soul said take care of your health. With very little work you can be in better health than most people in their 20s.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not even about that. It's just the environment is so much more different. The ecosystem, internet ecosystem is so much more different than 20, 25 years ago. Which is, but you know what? That's just old man ranting about the modern day. I'm sure kids think that the era that they live in vis-a-vis the internet is awesome in whatever way they think it's awesome. And I'm sure when they're my age, they'll be like, the internet was so much better back in 2025. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the kids are up to nowadays. Maybe they're ranting about the internet like I am. Maybe they've been told what they've missed out on. They're just as upset that everything now has a fucking paywall. Every single fucking news article has a goddamn paywall. Every single fucking piece of information that a person might need has a goddamn paywall on it now. Like, it'll be a natural disaster. And, like, the news outlets will be like, hey, do you want to figure out where you need to flee for your life to live? You better sign up for our...
Arachnid Soul said, yeah, the paywalls and subscriptions are too much.
Yeah, I mean, and people, you know... Things are only getting worse. Inflation's back up. We're at 2.9% inflation. You know, GM has announced massive losses because of tariffs.
Arachnid
They're
Soul
plummeting.
said,
Like,
and
things
the
are
more
getting
money
shitty.
these companies make, the more people they lay off.
That too. You know what? Actually, you mentioned that. Fucking, what is the company? Something or other. What's their fucking name? Virtuos. The company behind Oblivion Remaster. Virtuos. And they're also behind something else that got a lot of prominence.
Said the company that made Hi-Fi Rush still makes me sad.
What is Virtuos up to besides Oblivion Remaster? Because they also just announced massive layoffs.
Arachnid Soul said that's some BS from Microsoft. Arachnid Soul said the Oblivion layoffs.
Yeah, Virtuos, the studio behind Oblivion Remastered, is laying off around 270 employees. Like, that's crazy, man. What, was Oblivion Remaster a failure for them? And it's not like they have a it's not like they don't have work.
12 said these comically evil capitalist practices need to end.
Cyberpunk 2077, that's the other thing that Virtuos is on the hook for. So, and Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. You know, they've got all these remasters and remakes.
Even when you have a smash hit like Oblivion Remastered, people get laid off.
Like, there's no winning. There's no winning. Like, why would anyone? This is the legitimate question, because like I'm connected to a lot of industry insiders.
Haunted Taco 12 said, imagine losing your livelihood out of nowhere. The job security in the industry could never be enough for me.
I'm connected to a lot of industry insiders on my LinkedIn, right? Because of, you know, all the different companies I worked at and all the different people that I know and worked with. Like, so I always see on my LinkedIn, like, it's two things. I see two things. I see a shit ton of posts about all of these game studios are hiring. We're now hiring. We're now hiring. We're hiring. We're hiring. And the second thing is a shit ton of game studios announcing massive layoffs, or by friends or connections announcing that they've been laid off. One of the guy that actually first hired me into the game industry back in like 2004, the very first game job I had, the guy that hired me for that job, like a couple days ago, I posted on my LinkedIn about how I officially accepted the offer to be full-time at the place I'm at now, you know, and he congratulated me, and that was cool. But then like 2 days after he congratulated me for my getting hired, he announced that he got laid off from his job. I'm like, why would anyone, and after the Virtuos thing, I'm like, why would anyone ever want to work in the game industry after this? Like, why? There's no, like, so long as the talent continues to recycle into the system.
Said layoffs in that profession isn't that bad. They always lose jobs, find new ones. It's a cycle that happens. They always move from country to country. I wouldn't want that job.
Yo, what's up, Toga? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? But like, that was my point. As long as the talent keeps cycling back into the process, the industry is never going to have an incentive to change. The people that make these shitty decisions are never going to have an incentive to change. And it's not good. It's not like, nobody really, I don't know if there's been a true analysis on what having such an insanely transient workforce does for the psychology of a generation, an aspect of society that has to live in that state. Like, especially if you live in a country like America that has virtually no social safety nets for you, and is getting like prohibitively more and more expensive just to survive in on a day-to-day basis. Like, what do you think that does to the psyche of people when they just know that, oh, you know, in a year or two, I'm gonna get laid off. And then if I want to get hired somewhere, chances are I'm gonna have to uproot from where I'm living at now, move halfway across the country, or maybe to the complete other side of the country, just so I can get a job at another company, just so I can get laid off again.
Certainly drives a potential hopeless narrative.
Like, just so I can get laid off again and do this all over again, and oh, by the way, shit's only getting more expensive. Like, it's not like wages are, you know, going up with it.
Said, I guess go indie like the path Gareth Bourne took.
That's such a fucking precarious path, though, the indie route. Like, it's so oversaturated.
Said young people now are the first generation that will have a shorter lifespan than their parents, and can also expect to not be able to earn the same money as their parents in terms of buying power.
Which is why I'm like, why would anyone want to work in the game industry?
Haunted Taco 12 said even in the indie path, there's still a chance for utter failure.
Honestly, the game industry needs a general strike, man. Like, workers within the game industry at all levels, engineers, you know, programmers, artists, animators, you know, QA, producers, everybody in the game industry needs to just organize a mass general strike and just be like, no, we need to have some kind of universally recognized standard throughout the entirety of our industry where you do not lay people off if your company is firmly in the black. Like, ideally, in my view, we would make laws about that. Like, oh, your company posted a profit? Okay, you're not allowed to lay off, like, you're not allowed to lay off more than like 0.5% of your workforce.
I have seen in games.
Like, You can lay off up to 0.5% of your workforce if you're in the black. And if we see you cook, if we catch you cooking books,
that's true for voice acting in general.
If we catch you cooking books, we're throwing your ass in the federal prison for a long time. That's another thing. We need to bring back white-collar crimes.
Toga said it's why most that do voice acting just stream on Twitch.
That's a shame too, honestly. Everything sucks. Everything just sucks right now. Everything fucking sucks, and I don't know what's gonna make it better. I don't know what's gonna make it better. It's all just a spiral to make, like, the smaller and smaller amount of people more and more money.
Games need to have their version of Made in America stickers that say living wage jobs, to let players know everyone involved in a game was paid a living wage.
I mean, it's not even just so much a living wage.
Did you like the edit I sent you?
It's not even just so much a living wage. It's really stability. Just fucking stability. Like, don't fire people when you're posting profits. You know? Like, people need stability. You can pay someone a living wage, sure.
Said, yeah, stability.
But what's that living wage going to be worth when it's taken away from them? Willy-dilly. It's a frustrating thing, because it used to be a time when, like, businesses were able to, like, plot out, like, okay, you know.
Arachnid Soul said, also, if someone needs to be paid off, it should be the people at the top first who earn the most money. Haunted Taco 12 said, people like you make it better. That might sound like a joke, but your form of entertainment offers both a safe space to vent about such frustrations and to be free from them. Helona thumbs up. Arachnid Soul said laid off.
I figured you meant laid off rather than paid off. I mean, I don't think I'm making it better for much. Like, I'm not exactly a big streamer here. I don't exactly got a lot of eyeballs on me, but I appreciate the sentiment. I think it's just shitty. It's just a shitty situation where nothing's gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse until mass action is taken. Like, people need to general strike, you know? And it sucks because it is the stability aspect. It is the stability aspect. It isn't just wages, although that is important. Like, it's also, like, being able to go, if you want to look at it from a more conservative, like,
the only thing people can really do is get off of their feet and do something about it, but most won't.
Like, if you want to look at it from, like, the conservative standpoint, like, oh man, we should go back to the way things were back in the blah 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 blah, like, yeah, okay, well, it used to be that, you know, if a company was in the black, everybody was doing well, and that was it. And then if the company started dipping towards the red or even got into the red, they would just say, hey, we're in tough times, we got to tighten our belt a little bit, but you know, we may have to ask some people to take some pay cuts. You know, we're not going to fire anyone, but we may have to ask you to take some pay cuts. We may have to scale back on a little bit on the benefits, but you know what? We've got a plan to pull ourselves out of this hole, XYZ, and then they go through that, and you may have some slim living while you're continuing to work through that red area until you pull yourself back out into the black, and then it's like, okay, well, we could give you back some wages, etc., etc. We weathered the storm. The hard times have passed. We pulled through. Used to be companies did that. Then companies were like, well, things are starting to look bad, so we're going to fire a bunch of you. And now it's not even things are looking bad. Now it's like, hey, things are great. We're going to fire a bunch of you. Like, when did that become acceptable?
That's why I dislike game awards. They don't award certain job positions for excellent work. So you never know those people who helped a game. Just worship the leads.
I agree with that.
Corner Becky said taking pay cuts could require people to sell their house, or worse, the economy would have to be revamped in certain industries.
Yeah, I mean, there's always those considerations to make too, but guess what? Getting laid off will require you to sell your house. So, you know, which one is better? What's the better option? At least if you have steady income, you can talk to your bank and work something out. Like, hey, you know, company's not doing well, they just cut my
Street Corner
wages.
Becky said they are the same, essentially low.
But I can still make this payment per month. And your bank might be like, okay,
Arachnid
that's
Soul
fine.
said also the first pay cuts should be the people making the most money.
Yeah, of course. Those are never pay cuts. Those are never pay cuts. So it's just irritating. It's an irritating thing. It's an irritating thing to think about.
Haunted Taco 12 said they're afraid and hopeless that standing up won't do anything but put them in even more jeopardy.
Yeah.
Arachnid Soul said more of these businesses should be run as worker co-ops as well.
I mean, there's a lot of things that should happen, I think.
Haunted Taco 12 said we need a full-blown economical strike.
I'm on board with the worker co-op. That's a hard thing to... It's a difficult thing to organize in, I guess,
Street Corner
isolation.
Becky said worker co-ops sound great, but a lot of things in the US would have to change. Haunted Taco 12 said they need to.
Yeah, that's why I mean, none of these changes are ever going to happen without basically a general strike, like a mass general strike. I think Sean Fain was looking into organizing that.
Haunted Taco 12 said because the current path isn't working. Tugatoga said look at Konami, they were crapping on their leads long before Kojima, look at Suikoden after Suikoden 3.
I don't want it. Ah, well, you know what, actually, Suikoden 5 was great. I liked it. 4,
Haunted
not so
Taco
much.
12 said not for the common people, not the proletariat.
What is May Day 2028 strike? After the historic success of the stand-up strike in 2023, UAW President Sean Fain called on the rest of the labor movement to join our union in preparing to strike on May Day 2028. May Day is the International Workers' Day, and it's our opportunity to create a crisis for the billionaire class to win more for all of us. We know that when workers align their fights to the same timeline, we have more leverage than we do alone. What if we didn't just do that in a corporate chain or one union, but across the country and the labor movement? Like, it can't just be one day, unfortunately. And the problem with a general strike is, usually if like a union or somebody goes on a strike, they have a strike fund. They do so...
Arachnid Soul said anyway, I'll be lurking. Good convo.
They do so because they have the support of a strike fund. You know, sometimes they fundraise for it. Sometimes unions, you know, when they take their dues, part of those dues go into the bank and for purposes of a strike fund. But the strike fund is so that when people who go on a strike, they still have some access to some, you know, form of revenue to buy food and shit. And it's hard to organize a strike fund for the entirety of the workforce.
Maniacal Toaster said yeah, without a strike fund or demand beyond in general, I don't see the benefit of this.
I mean, it would... there would be a...
Street Corner Becky said, did you ever get a chance to check out the draft edit I sent you a couple days back? Was just curious if it was to your liking.
Yeah, I did watch it, actually. Let me finish my thought here, because, Toaster, the benefit of this would be absolutely colossal if... In a general strike, or a regular strike, yeah, the benefit is obvious, and it's made possible because of things like strike funds and donations and solidarity with other people pitching in and helping out, you know, buying pizzas for strikers and all that sort of stuff. This is going to take sacrifice. Like, if you were going to have a general strike across the entirety of labor, it's going to have to require sacrifices to be made from those strikers. There are going to be some people who will strike without having a safety net of any sort. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to have to strike without having a safety net of any sort, which is what makes operating or makes organizing general strikes super fucking difficult. So I'm on board with this. I'm entirely in favor of it. I think it won't have the kind of impact that I think he would want it to have, Sean Fain would want it to have, if it doesn't last for more than a day. It's got to be a sustained thing in order to really create the kind of impact that you would want to create. And having it last in a sustained manner is very difficult without a good number of people being willing to sacrifice. You know, that's the hard part about a general strike. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes, but with respects to the edit, yeah, I watched it. I like your edits; they're good edits, but like, there are chunks of the core video that need to get cut out because when you do a react video like that, you need to change the content in a manner, a destructive enough manner to where it can't be claimed to just be a re-upload of the original content. So usually whenever I do those reacts, if there's a long stretch of time where it's just the OG video playing, I cut all that out. And the only things I keep in
Street Corner Becky said transformative. Yeah.
Yeah, the only things I keep in are maybe a couple of sentences for the context leading up to me saying something. So I think there's just stuff like that that needs to get cut out of it. But other than that, I liked everything else that you did with it.
Street Corner Becky said okay.
Oh boy. I wasn't anticipating going on multiple rants on top of this stream. I wasn't really anticipating going on multiple rants. I guess I have them in me. What else? What else can I rant about? Maybe I should make that a stream regular. Have a rant day. You guys can come to me with your topics and just have me rant about it.
Haunted Taco 12 said anyway, off to cooler and less stressful topics. I've been working on a new sheath for a new knife that I made. Street Corner Becky said yeah. I ran it earlier at Snyder Brothers Lowell.
Oh, that's a pointless rant though. That's a pointless rant. Fuck those guys. You guys don't see the screen tearing.
Street Corner Becky said Lowell.
I mean, I have no interest at all. I mean, I never had an interest in engaging with Snyder people, but after Superman, I have less interest than normal in engaging with those people. That movie was so fucking awesome and so fun and so full of heart. I teared up multiple times, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's such a great movie in general that there is no reason at all to even bother tainting it by mentioning Zack Snyder. Like, why even bother? Why even bother?
Street Corner Becky said me too. Can't wait to watch it at home.
I mean, it was just a really well done movie. In virtually every capacity. I don't know if there's any part of it that I was like, I don't know about this.
Haunted Taco 12 said I made a lever-activated Italian-styled switchblade, and the sheath is stained blackened leather with floral engravings.
Made a lever-activated Italian. I don't even know what that means. Lever-activated Italian switch. Oh, okay, I see. Switchblade. Okay. That's pretty awesome.
Street Corner Becky said taco with a switchblade sounds dangerous. Haunted Taco 12 said basically a stiletto.
There we go, that's much better. I don't even know how that turned off.
Haunted Taco 12 said I have a lot more dangerous blades than a switchblade.
Yeah, you have axes. This place has no...
Haunted Taco 12 said I've made combat knives, axes, machetes, cleavers. Haunted Taco 12 said swords.
What is Gozu? Damage to one row. Lose balance for axe. I don't have any axe wielders. I could have sworn there was a blacksmith in this town, but I guess not.
Haunted Taco 12 said I like the cookery that I made.
He already has a belt of strength. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. What is a kukri?
Haunted Taco 12 said kinda like a bent machete.
Okay, interesting. How are you gonna get outmaneuvered by an axe-wielding bunny?
Haunted Taco 12 said it's a big knife.
Didn't I commission you to make an axe for me at some point? I feel like I asked you to make an axe for me.
Haunted Taco 12 said ye old nerd axe.
Alright, let's see if this town has a better blacksmith. Do I have stuff? I don't. Nope, it doesn't. Ah, well, you know what? Why don't we take a nap real quick?
Haunted Taco 12 said I tried my hand at shurikens and karambits.
You should try making some caltrops.
Maniacal Toaster said I miss metalworking.
I've never done any metalworking, but I've always wanted to. I used to watch videos on YouTube about how to make your own forge out of like a Folgers coffee
said the
can.
carabit that I made has a bone handle to really draw out the claw. Look.
I don't even know what a carabit is. That's the one thing that kind of like...
12 said karambit.
That's the one thing that kind of sucks about my house is I don't have a garage. So I don't have a space where I can like do woodworking or metalworking or anything.
Haunted Taco 12 said it's basically a curved knife, almost shaped like a claw.
Okay. God damn, why are these motherfuckers doing so much damage to me?
Maniacal Toaster said we need more games where you play as the demon overlord and build an army and stuff. Haunted Taco 12 said original designed for farming and severely maiming combatants.
So like a sickle. Toaster, I think the game you're describing is called Overlord.
Maniacal Toaster said yeah, but the Overlord series sucks. No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Maniacal Toaster said every story you fight people objectively more evil than you. Haunted Taco 12 said yeah, precisely like a sickle, as it digs in, the blade is curved and as a result takes a deeper path. Maniacal Toaster said like, when you're supposed to be the great evil overlord, and you're fighting the Roman Empire it's like, oh. Haunted Taco 12 said metal and woodworking is great, I love making stuff.
Like when you're supposed to be the great evil overlord
Maniacal
and you're
Toaster
fighting the
said I
Roman
miss
Empire.
making stuff in general.
I guess. What's stopping you from making stuff?
Haunted Taco 12 said I used to make instruments more often too.
Alright, let's get this vampire.
Maniacal Toaster said I work 40-hour weeks in a part-time job cause 3 people just stopped showing up to work.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, time for some vampire slaying, and don't screw it up this time, Celestial Sword. You cretin. First, let's go to Necklord's lair. I know how to nullify his power. Let's head in, Ryu.
Haunted Taco 12 said I have a lot of instruments.
Stone of Magic Protection.
Haunted Taco 12 said I think 19 in total. Maniacal Toaster said God I can't get over how clever the name Necklord is. He's the Lord of Necks cause he bites them. God it's so fucking funny I just want to hit someone.
No, I don't think that's it. I think it's like Necromancer. Because he raises the undead. He has an undead army. So it's more necrotic than it is like it's actually a lot funnier.
Toaster said neckbeard.
It's actually a lot funnier that like he's the Lord of Necks because he's biting necks. That's like an SNL character. Or like a Conan O'Brien skit character.
Said, oh, and I didn't get that part-time bread vendor job. Was a little down about that. Kind of embarrassing, lol.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Don't be embarrassed. I'm sorry to hear about that. That sucks. There's nothing to feel embarrassed about that sort of thing. I wish it had worked out for you. Oh, I didn't want to go here. I'm still exploring. I want to find more treasure chests.
Haunted_Wisp said hi.
Yo, what's up, Wisp? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I never noticed this before. This is new.
Street Corner Becky said evening Wisp. Haunted Taco 12 said I actually built a treehouse recently. Haunted_Wisp said I'm okay, but the YouTube people I follow are supporting harassment, so I'm considering new channels, people. Haunted Taco 12 said for birds, not for humans.
Supporting harassment? What do you mean? You know what? I've never known about this. Darkness Orb. This is my first time seeing this one. Death magic usable.
Wisp said it would take too long to complain. Haunted Taco 12 said now I want to make something, but I'm too comfortable lol. Haunted_Wisp said and explain. Street Corner Becky asks what kind of channels? Pop culture talk?
Blue ribbon.
Haunted_Wisp said it's basically just T-drama and some guy showed up at a YouTuber's house.
Oh, jeez. I don't have a dog guy with me, so that collar isn't going to be worth anything, but the chainmail.
Haunted_Wisp said and everyone is siding with the person who is doing the harassment, so I've got some serious side eye on these people.
What? What channel is doing this? Who's being a harasser?
Haunted Taco 12 said it's been chilly lately.
Not here. It's hot as shit here today. How cold is it in your area?
Haunted_Wisp said some guy named Schizo Sean or something.
Okay. Schizo Sean. Interesting. Oh, there you are. I've been waiting, Victor, Celestial Sword, and... Oh, is that the Marley boy? How nice of you to save me all that trouble by arriving together. Laugh while you can. Between the Celestial Sword and the vampire hunting skills of the Marley family, there will be no more escape for you, fiend.
Haunted Taco 12 said it was almost in the 30 degrees as a few nights ago.
Jesus.
It's currently 52 degrees Fahrenheit and rainy.
That's right, get ready to die. Come now, don't be in such a rush. Of course I understand that. But I have my own ideas as well. That's why I lured
Becky
you here.
said it's 82 F gear at 11 p.m.
I have something I'd like to
Street
show
Corner Becky
you.
said here. Haunted Taco 12 said it's supposed to snow next week.
Tell me, do you remember her? Her name is Daisy, is it not? You bastard. Well, care to strike a bargain? Give me the Celestial Sword, and I'll let you have the girl. Sound fair? Victor. Damn. I'm just saying dots, bruh. Victor, if we lose the Night Rune, we'll never be able to defeat Necklord. Ha 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 ha. Victor, help me. What's the matter? Hand that sword over to me. Celestial sword. Do whatever you like. How many years has it been? It's so long ago that I could barely even remember her face. Okay, listen up, you rotten bloodsucker. Once a person is dead, they're gone forever. And old Victor here isn't stupid enough to be fooled by your little attempt to play on my feelings. Let's go, partner. Watch how you speak to me. Let's get him, Ryu. He has to pay. Watch how you speak to me. You pesky little. But no matter, I have another opponent for you. Now, if you'll excuse me, wait until we meet again. Damn it! Something's coming for us, Victor.
Haunted_Wisp said, oh, I'm glad I saw that before going to bed.
What, this thing? My best friend is kind of the same way.
Wisp said, yay, this thing.
She does not like creatures. Like, we'll watch horror movies together, and she just doesn't like creatures. So, like, and particularly, she doesn't like long-limbed creatures. Like, I guess this guy would probably freak her out, too.
Haunted Doggo 12 said, imagine seeing that at the foot of your bed in the middle of the night.
Even though he's like a squashy boy, he's like, I'm gonna squash you. Squash.
Haunted Doggo 12 said he's just a guy. Haunted Doggo 12 said, look how happy the guy in the back left side is.
Is that happy? I can't tell. Oh, he's walking, he's walking, he's walking. Meh, meh. Oh shit, he hurt him.
Haunted Doggo 12 said he's either happy or in agony.
I'm gonna assume that's agony.
Haunted Doggo 12 said, but it could be both. Haunted Doggo 12 said, Connie.
Let's do a unite. Let's do the family attack. Don't fuck around, Nanami. Alright, she's in it. Cool. She's feeling it today. Just so long as this guy doesn't squash us twice. Oh, we got him. Damn, he got away. Damn, damn, damn. At any rate, we have solved the disappearances and Necklord has fled, so we should return to South Window and give our report. Yeah, guess you're right. Well, I'm going to pursue Necklord, so this is where we part ways for now. When I find him, I'll send word to you. Okay, thanks. Huh? Hey, what are you all doing here? South Window has fallen to Highland. What? Is this true? Then what of Lord Grandmayor? Murdered by Solange. No, it can't be Lord Grandmayor. Tell me exactly what happened. Okay. As soon as you all left South Window, a Highland force led by Solange descended upon the city. He must have judged us easy pickings. At any rate, Lord Grandmayor surrendered unconditionally to avoid any bloodshed, but the very next morning the mayor's head was hanging from the castle gates. I was with women and children, so I managed to get away without anyone realizing my true identity. Hehehe, and just who do you have to thank for that? Hey, no need to bring that up. Huh? Anyway, we managed to get out of the city and came after you guys. We ran into Apple, Sai, and Leona along the way. My dear South Window. In order to prevent uprisings, Highland is arresting former soldiers of Muse and South Window all over the place. Which means it's only a matter of time before the Highland army comes sniffing around here. Still, I don't much like our chances with only a few people and a busted-up old castle. What do you guys think? There must be something we can do. I hear you, Ryu, but I don't like our chances against the Highland army. What's wrong with all of you? Is running away all that any of you can think of? I thought we were better than this. Ryu is right. There must be a way. There must be. But what's the point of fighting a battle we have no chance of winning? We do have a chance. Care to fill us in, Apple? For a small force to defeat a larger force, strategy is needed. We can win as long as we have the right plan. And I take it you have a brilliant strategy in mind? No, I'm not up to the task. I've learned that the hard way. But I know someone who is. In Radit Town, there is a man named Shu. He and I were both students under Master Matthew. I thought Shu was later, though Shu was later expelled by Matthew, he still has one of the finest strategic minds I've ever known. If we can get him to join us, I'm sure he'll be able to think up a way we can win this. I guess you're right. We can't very well keep running to the edge of the world. Uh-huh, yeah. Okay, guess all we can do is give it a shot. Flick, me and you are going to try to scare up as many troops as we can. There should be plenty of guys from South Window around here. As for this Shu guy, that's all you, Ryu. Make sure you bring him back, huh? This is important, Ryu. Radit Town is to the east of South Window. I'll go with you. Don't worry about Pilika. I'll look after her. Thanks, Leona. Okay, let's go, Ryu. Hey, Apple, is this Shu person handsome? What? Don't ask me. Hey now, I'm counting on you.
Haunted_Whisk said yay, so everybody is picking on this dude for standing up to this guy harassing him outside his apartment.
Hey, welcome back, Rikimaru. You got some level grinding to do. Ryu. Make us proud, Ryu. Hey, come back fast. A strategist, eh? The Highland Army is closing in. Don't do anything reckless. I'll do my best to recruit some soldiers while you're gone. Where's my... I should have a room. Where's my room at? I thought my room was, like, right there. Is it this one? I don't have a room? Got him. Fucking rabbits. Master Shu is nice to us, too. For a young man, he certainly is thoughtful. So, this is where Shu is. Hey, Ryu. Seems like Apple and this Shu have some history, huh? Let's go inside. Huh? Okay. I'll go call the master. Please wait here. He sure does live in a nice house. It's been a long time, Apple. Shu. I already know what you want, but go ahead and tell me anyway. I only want one thing. I want you to join us. You must know what Luca Blight is planning. If Highland takes over this country, a great many people will suffer. Please, Shu. Please lend us your strength.
Said we finally found single cans of liquid death Killer Cola and Dr. Death in the wild. Really love the Dr. Death, but the Killer Cola tastes like bubble gum.
What is Killer... Like, Liquid Death sells something beyond water? Well, what you say is true. Luca Blight is a curse upon this world. He intends to reduce the city-states to ashes. And that's why we must stop him. Please join our side. I can't. What? But why? You know Luca's intentions, and yet you decline? Yes, I know. But to be honest, I don't really care which side is destroyed. How can you say that?
Street Corner
I'm a
Becky
traitor
said they
now.
are just different flavors. Liquid Death a lot of flavors. Street
Gotcha.
Corner Becky said has.
I'm a traitor now.
Haunted
I use my
underscore
knowledge.
Wisp said bubblegum.
I use my knowledge to predict shifts in the world's economy. It's the greatest way to get rich.
Haunted underscore Wisp said I want bubblegum soda.
Rulers change.
Haunted underscore Wisp said.
Rulers change, borders change, countries change, but money is a constant. In fact, there's nothing better for business than a good war. So, Shu, are you saying that even though you know what a monster Luca is, you're just going to sit by and watch? In a word, yes. No. I'm disappointed in you. You didn't learn anything from Master Matthew, did you?
Street Corner
He
Becky
would've-
said then try Liquid Death Killer Cola. It's water so not as bad for you as soda.
He expelled me. Well, it's time you were off. Someone show them the way out. Apple, this Shu person. Shu and I studied strategy under Master Matthew. He thought of me as a younger sister. But despite being warned by Master Matthew not to use his talents for unjust goals, Shu could not resist and was eventually expelled. Master Matthew and Shu were both so important to me, but they just couldn't see eye to eye. Maybe there's something we can do. Yes, but without Shu's help, we have no hope against Solange. I hate to admit it, but I'm not good enough. Let's gather more information. My grandson was at the mercenary fort east of here. I wonder whatever happened to him. Hi there, mister. Where are you going? The Watergate? It's east of here, isn't it? Lord Grandmayor. It's so horrible. What will become of us? Sorry, folks. I'm busy. Come back later. I've got nothing for you this time, LeBrant. Where's that drink I ordered? I'm getting thirsty here. Do you know Yoshino from the south end of town? I hear her husband is an advisor to Lord Grandmire of South Window. The stew here isn't bad. Why don't you try a bowl? Booze is the best medicine for old men. What's going to become of the city-states of Joustin? Apple, you're still here? I'm sure you're aware, but Highland will be here in force sooner than later. I know that, but we're not leaving until you agree to help us. So what are you going to do? Are you willing to get down on your knees and beg? If that's what it takes? Stop it, Apple. It's okay, I don't mind. I beg of you, please help us. We need you. Apple. You. Please, please, I'm begging you. We need your help, Shu. Ugh. I'm leaving. I'm not thirsty anymore. Apple, have you lost your pride as one of Master Matthew's disciples? You should be ashamed. Of course I don't like to dirty myself on the ground before you, begging like a dog for all to see. But if necessary, I can set aside what little pride I have. That's what I learned from Master Matthew. Let's go. Yes, sir. Come on, Apple, that's enough. No. If there's even the faintest glimmer of hope, please bear with me just a little longer, Ryu. Thanks, but from the look of things, Shu is going to avoid us from this point on. What should we do? Hello there. Pardon me. Are you a friend of my husband? Isn't he with us? No, he isn't with us. I know about the three of you. You're Ryu. That's your adopted sister Nanami, and that's Apple, student of Matthew the strategist. Am I right? No, you're wrong. He puts his hand out. Tisk. You didn't think you could pull one over on old Richmond, the greatest private eye at Radit, did you? Once I'm on the case, I can find out anything. So, you came here to get Shu the traitor to join you, right? Yeah, I know all about the scene in the tavern, too. How about it? You want to hire me to help? Give me 1,500 potch up front, and I'll dig up all the dirt on Shu, all the dirt you need on Shu. That's a little pricey. I thought you'd say that, but believe me, you're gonna need me soon enough. I know that too, of course. Do I have that? Oh, I've got plenty. Okay, I can spare that. So, you came here to get Shu the traitor to join you, right? Yeah, I know all about that scene of the tavern too. How about it? You want to hire me? Yeah, come on. You paid 1,500 potch. Okay, it's a deal. You folks head back to the inn, fluff up your pillows, and get some shut-eye while I handle the rest. Old Richmond here always gets the job done, so don't worry. I'll come find you when I have the goods. You're staying at... Oh yeah, the Orange Inn. What? Of course I do that. They have great soup. Try it. Where is this inn at? Oh, there you are, Stallion. Oops. God, nobody will take me seriously. I tell you, it was tough shaking off the Highland Army like I did. Richmond told me about you. Please go up to the second floor. It was a success. Ah, who's there? Hey, you're that guy from before. How'd you get in here? Whoa, easy there. I just came to deliver my report. Really? You really haven't done anything creepy? You think a hard-boiled dandy like old Richmond here would do something like that, Missy? What's going on? Please don't make a fuss. You see, I'm the type who likes to work fast. Now, it looks like this Shu person is trying to give you all a wide berth, but he has a big trade going down tomorrow night that he has to attend. They're making the deal at the port east of here, so if you wait at the bridge, you'll be able to get the jump on him. Well, that's a wrap for me. The rest is up to you. Be seeing you. Tomorrow night, eh? I slept well. Okay, let's go. We're gonna wait for Shu on the bridge to the east. Wait, on the bridge? What do you mean? Wait, you don't remember? Anyway, it sounds like we should go to the bridge over to the east of here. According to that detective, Shu will come this way, so let's wait for him here. Yeah. Whoa, what's the delay? It's starting to get cold. Hey, over there. There's nothing left to talk about. No, I'm not giving up. Apple, listen carefully. You're trying to get involved in a war. You have studied the execution of warfare. In the last battle, the fort of Victor and his mercenaries was taken because your strategy failed. How many people died? Do you even know? Yes, I know. I was weak and ineffective, and that's exactly why we need your help. And if your strategy had proven successful, it would have also meant a loss of many lives. Can you really bear that burden? This here is a silver coin. It's a sword I use when It's the sword I use when I am trading with the island nations south of the Tauran Republic. Again, once again, it's seeding. This game like seeds little nuggets of information about the world to you, about the globe. In the first game, they hinted at the city-states. Now that we're in the city-states, he talks about the island nations south of the city-states. And you're like, what? Island nations? Who are the island nations? You don't ever interact with them in this game. I don't even think you interact with them in Suikoden 3. But it's the main topic. It's the main location in Suikoden 4. Find that coin and I'll join you. What? In the freezing cold water? Wait, Ryu. Is that really a promise? Yes, but remember, you have to find the coin first. Hey, this is impossible. We're never going to find that tiny coin. So let's call it a day. Maybe Victor and the others will have come up with a good plan, okay? Can we? No, we're going to find that coin. First, we have to stop the flow of water. Let's go to the sluice gate up ahead. Guess I can't do it myself. What do you want? This is no place for a bunch of landlubbers like you. Could you please close the water gate? The water gate? That's a funny joke, kid. This gate only gets closed.
Asks, yo, Devin, what have you heard regarding Wayward Realms lately?
This gate only gets closed a couple times a year for special reasons. One of the founders, is, I guess, to put it delicately, he's not doing well in his battle against cancer. And it sounds like he's taking a step away from the project. I guess maybe not.
Taco 12 said, "Oh no."
I guess maybe not a step away from the project so much as it is he's not going to be involved with the project. Let me see if I could find. I watched this video a couple of days ago. Let me see if I can find it.
Victor here, creative producer on the Wayward Realms. Now y'all are used to seeing me on here talking about the game, lore, exciting updates. Unfortunately, today I have some very difficult news to share. Our technical producer, Julian LaFay, who I'm sure needs no introduction, has been fighting a battle with cancer for the last several years. He's fought bravely and strongly, but it seems he doesn't have very much time left. He has stepped away from the project to spend that remaining time with his family and loved ones. Ted Peterson, our CEO and creative director, and Julian's close friend, has put out a statement that we encourage you all to read. We know you all have many questions about this and what it means for the project, and we will answer those as openly and honestly as we can. But for now, we want to focus in on Julian. We invite you all to share any words, thoughts, or memories that you might have for Julian, or as well as any well wishes that you have for his family here in the comments. We don't want to focus in on the loss, but rather celebrate the life. We'll have more details on how it affects the projects, but do rest assured that it is something that we've been preparing for. Julian has made his vision for the game very clear to the team, and we will work tirelessly to bring that vision to life. As always, I want to thank you all for your support. It means the world to us. I know together we will make the Wayward Realms that truly groundbreaking game that Julian dreamed of. Thank you.
Yeah, so I haven't read the statement or anything. I haven't read this, but yeah, I mean, I think Julian LaFay is one of the OGs from Bethesda. Like, yeah, Julian had been at Bethesda for several years before we met. He was a hotshot hacker-style programmer with no formal education when he was recruited and brought over to work on PC and Amiga games, mostly of the genre of sports, actions, and adventure. But he loved pen and paper role-playing games, and the game that eventually became The Elder Scrolls I Arena was his dream project. 30 years after its release, the two of us spoke on its anniversary at the Game Developers Conference. We worked together for years and released at least a dozen games together. You were usually working on 2 or 3 games of wildly different genres at the time. Even when we weren't in the office, we weren't apparently sick of each other. We would go to his place, playing role-playing games all night long. We were beta testing the game we became best known for, The Elder Scrolls II Daggerfall, when I became burnt out enough that I took a job offer that sent me to the West Coast. Julian visited my family frequently in California. I obviously never understood anything about programming, but he was also well versed in history, literature, and movies. I still had his paperback of Herodotus, which I told him to sign as if he were the ancient historian, gifting it to me as a prized pupil. When I moved back to the East Coast, we saw each other more frequently since he was only 8 hours away. The seed that began Wayward Realms was an interview Julian did several years ago where he was reflecting on the first Elder Scrolls games, and given decades of experience since he made them and the tools available to developers now, he would tackle how he would tackle the challenges while still keeping the same philosophy of creating a huge immersive world. Afterwards, we talked about what I would do with the design and narrative given my own years of experience on other games and other media like TV, and we decided to give it a shot together. So, yeah, and then, it goes on. It's a really sad update. But that's the latest that I know.
Haunted Taco 12 said that's sad to hear. That cancer stuff needs to go off and catch a rope.
There are some really promising developments in the realm of mRNA vaccines that could lead to a potential cure for cancer. It's just a shame that all of the misinformation around mRNA vaccines have kind of made continued research into it a bit of a hassle. You don't hear too well, do you, Princess? I ain't playing around here. Am I gonna have to get rough? You can do whatever you want, but please close the water gate. Apple, let's just give up. See, I'd listen to that little cutie's advice if I were you. What's up, Jin? Got some trouble? Hey, Amada. I don't know what the hell's going on, but these crazy kids won't get off my case about closing the water gate. Huh, that is pretty weird. But if they're giving you trouble, I'll take care of it. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. So, what's the big fuss? I take it the water gate is that thing over there? Yes. Can't you close it for one day? No, even just a night? I see. Sorry, little lady, but we just can't go around opening and closing the gate for no good reason. Now, if someone's life was in danger or if there was some other emergency, things might be different. Many people's lives depend on it. We need it closed to defeat the Highland Army. Huh? Does a water gate have something to do with the war? I mean, I am from down south and all, so I don't know how you folks do things up here, but I can't see how a sluice is going to change things.
Haunted Taco 12 said I hope so. So many good folks have been taken by it.
Huh. Okay then. I got a soft spot for folks who got real steel in their eyes like you do. So here's how it's going to be. I'll fight you for it. You win, and I'll accept that you'll really mean business and close the gate. So, you in? I'm in. I knew you'd be up for it. I got a good eye for character, and you got a tough look about you. Anyway, you're a man in my book. Okay, let's do this. Here I come. Okay, first a little test. Oh man, I fucking beat his ass. Damn it. Gotta think. Hell yeah, you do. I put the fucking smarts in your ass. Oh, even when you defended. Ouch, I felt that one. You ain't doing too hot, buddy. Oh man, I didn't even get touched. Amada, you gotta hit the gym, pal. Whoa, ouch. Ease up there, slugger. No need to knock my block off for real. Man, I didn't expect that, but a promise is a promise. We'll close the sluice, but only for one night. Got it? Okay, thank you so much. Hey, Amada, you sure about this? Huh? Yeah, these guys have a good reason. And a pretty important one at that. I'll take the blame if anything comes up, so help him out, Jen. Sure, you got it. Gotta say, though, it's pretty odd. Are you okay? You're not hurt? Oh yeah, he's fine. Ryu's a lot tougher than he looks. I'm sorry, we don't have much time, so let's hurry and get back below the bridge. No, not on this side. Did anybody watch that interview with Hunter Biden? This water looks really cold. We have to hurry or we'll be out of daylight. We have to get in as soon as the water levels drop. Hey, are you okay? It's starting to get
Haunted
cold.
Taco 12 said negatory.
I'm fine. You all can go back to the inn if you want. I'll help too. Hey, come on, enough
Genetic
already.
Memory Farm said took a quick nap. Back to trimming.
Welcome back. We're never gonna find it. I just asked Genetic Memory Farms, have you listened to that Hunter Biden interview? I think Hunter Biden is the Democrat that the party needs for 2028. I'm all on board with Hunter Biden 2028 now. What happened when Shu threw the coin? He switched it out for a pebble just before the
Genetic
throw.
Memory Farms asks nope, don't think so. What is it to which you are referring?
I'll show it in a second. He switched it out for a pebble just before the throw. It happened so fast that I wasn't sure what I saw. But that's why we'll never be able to find it. He would never do that. I'm going to keep searching. It's fine. Huh? You can go back. It's fine. I knew it as well. That she wasn't even willing to give me a fair chance. It's just, I didn't want to believe it. That's why. Please go back to the inn. Don't say that. Hey! What's that? Huh? Really? Could it be? It is. It really is the coin. Really? Good job, Ryu. You're the best. The coin. Now Shu will. Apple. Shu. You promised. Yes, I did. You're freezing. Why did you have to do that? It was necessary. You're a strong girl. I may have
Haunted
inherited...
Taco 12 said I'm going to run in 2028 Kappa.
I may have inherited Master Matthew's talent, but you inherited his resolve, it would seem. So then, yes, leave it to me. You now have a mind worth more than 1,000,000 soldiers on your side. Thank you. Can I see that coin? That rune on your right hand. Ryu, was it? You wouldn't happen to be Master Genkaku's adopted son, would you? How do you know about Grandpa Genkaku? There aren't many left to remember now, but the name Master Genkaku has a special meaning for the city-states of Joustin. What do you mean? We'll talk about it after the battle. Right now, our main priority is defeating Solanji and his troops. Ryu, I want to thank you for helping Apple. Between you and that rune on your hand, we might just have a chance of winning this war. Shu has joined you. But this coin... Another job well done.
Genetic Memory Farm said looks like he did an interview with YouTube's Channel 5. I will check it out, but I am doubtful he has the charisma and story to lead, but I will take anybody at this point.
How did it go? Well, it could take some time since it was all so sudden. He needs to dismiss his workers and wrap up a few things. He said we should head back first without him, so let's go. Are you sure? He might be trying to trick us again. Don't worry, Shu isn't that kind of person. Let's go, Ryu.
Haunted Dako 12 said under CP Usa.
Alright, here.
Haunted Dako 12 said I will guide America to the stars.
The interview's pretty long. I'll just share a couple of clips that popped on Twitter.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
By the way, it is creepy. It's not really creepy. It makes sense. He is his son. But it's shocking how similar Hunter Biden is to Joe Biden in terms of how he speaks, how he sounds, how he looks and moves. Like, there's a lot of similarities.
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
Genetic
when you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing?
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, that you're...
Even right down to the... But anyway, he's Joe Biden, basically. It's terrifying. It's creepy.
Point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that anytime... I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines three really important things. It's habit forming, there is an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined with it. And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, even to breastfeeding. Okay, so that really, I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have your cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation. and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. Yes. And the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine, just physically to be able to ingest it.
So you're kind of saying that cocaine reaches a certain plateau of euphoria where you can't necessarily get any higher?
In my experience, yes. This is like a PSA. If you want to completely, utterly fuck up your life, I don't think that anything is necessarily, oh, you do it once, you're addicted. But there's about the closest thing that statement could be true would be with crack cocaine.
This man is like the fucking Gandalf the White of crack cocaine. Like, he took us down the path. But it isn't just that. It isn't just that. There's also that he said a lot of stuff.
But fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him and everybody around him. I don't have to be fucking nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. Fucking George Clooney is not a fucking actor. He is a fucking, I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. Fuck you. What do you have to do with fucking anything? Why do I have to fucking listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his fucking life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the fucking New York Times?
This is in response to George Clooney writing in the New York Times saying that this was when he was...
Genetic memory foam said experience is a harsh teacher.
This is when George Clooney was joining the chorus of people that was asking or demanding Joe Biden drop out of the presidential race. So he's got a bone to pick with George Clooney about that.
To me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 fucking years, and
Maniacal Toaster asks, why do I have to listen to this fucker's stance on George Clooney?
Because it's hilarious. His stance on anything is hilarious. This guy...
Maniacal Toaster said, what has this guy done for his opinion to be worth my time? Lol.
Basically exist
Haunted Daco 12 said he reminds me of the homeless guy outside of a gas station that I've been to in Boulder.
Basically exist, and to the point where his existence as the nation's preeminent fail son, and that's a hard... I mean, he's competing against Donald Trump Jr.,
Maniacal
Eric
Toaster
Trump.
said, no, that's the joke. He's saying, what has George done? And I'm using the same logic on him.
Well, I mean, he's basically defending his dad. He's basically defending his dad is what he's doing. And, if he's got smoke for George Clooney over it, so be it. I don't give a shit who shits on George Clooney. Like, I think it's funny that, like, he is hyper accelerant.
Toaster said his dad is a genocidal warmonger, so like, lol.
Yeah, and I don't care about that either. Like, yeah, his dad's a piece of shit. Like, to me, this is just funny. Like, I'm not saying that there is like a great esoteric message within this. It's just a funny outburst. But I mean, anytime anybody wants to shit on like the worst of the worst in the establishment of the Democratic Party, let them. Like, if these guys want to fight amongst themselves, let them fight. Let them fight. And if Hunter Biden has the smoke for a lot of these fucking shitheads, let them fight.
Said also, wait, why did they interview him? That's actually really funny that they brought him out recently.
Well, this is Channel 5. Channel 5 is Andrew Callahan's media operation. And, he does a lot of gonzo journalism. He does a lot of interviews with people who otherwise would probably not get mainstream interviews. The funny thing is, like, this is like the first time, the reason why I was interested in this is like, this is the first time I've actually ever seen / heard Hunter Biden. Like, I only know the name from years and years of Republicans freaking out nonstop about Hunter Biden's laptop and Hunter Biden and Burisma and Hunter Biden in Ukraine. Like, that's the only context for which I've ever had of Hunter Biden, because I've never seen the dude, never heard the dude. So this is the first time that, like, and I don't know, maybe he's done other interviews before that I'm just not aware of, but as far as the media circuit that I tend to
Daco 12 said,
traffic
imagine
in,
just seeing Hunter Biden on a bench in a park ranting to himself like this.
I mean, he's a yapper, so he probably would rant to himself. That's for sure.
one success in his political
Maniacal
life, and that
Toaster
was
said
Barack
LOL.
Obama, and that was because of Barack Obama, not because of fucking David Axelrod. And David,
Yeah, if you want to shit on David Axelrod, be my guest. Shit all over David Axelrod. Fuck that guy too. All of these guys that he has smoke for whatever reason, I'm for it. I'm for it. Let the son of Joe Biden shit on everything involving Obama's legacy, which ironically is also Joe Biden.
success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama, and that was because of Barack Obama, not because of fucking David Axelrod and David Plouffe and all of these guys and the Pod Save America guys who were junior fucking speechwriters in, on Barack Obama's Senate staff who have been dining out on the relationship with him.
Genetic Memory Farm said, I thought you were proposing that he was looking at getting into leadership. He is on a YouTube, the platform where almost everyone gets their voice. If he can get views, so be it.
No, I was joking. I was joking when I said that Biden 2028
12
stuff.
said let them fight and destroy each other.
I was purely joking because, like, you know, when Trump won the second time, you had all these fucking dumbass Democrats coming out being like, we need a liberal Trump. We need a Trump on our side. We need our version of Trump, which is the dumbest fucking thing to say.
Genetic Memory Farm said let the man cook. He is just on YouTube.
And, you know, they were positing, like, for a while, people were saying fucking Stephen A. Smith. They were like, oh, Stephen A. Smith should be the Democratic Trump. We need a Trump. I always thought it was stupid, and I still do. But guys, if you want a Democratic Trump, we're looking at him. This is your man right here. This is the Trump of the left, I guess.
Duns of the world who's made $40-50 million off the Democratic Party. They're all going to insert their judgment over a man who has figured out, unlike anybody else, how to get elected to the United States Senate over 7 times, how to pass more legislation than any president in history, how to have a better midterm election than anybody in history, and how to garner more votes than any president that has ever run. And they're going to replace their judgment for his.
Not to mention,
who's Jake Tapper's audience? Jake Tapper,
my mom or something. I don't know.
well, I don't know.
Yeah.
For real though, I don't even think it's your mom anymore.
No.
By the numbers, what influence does Jake Tapper have over anything? He has the smallest audience on cable news, and beyond that, I think that the book is right now on Amazon that he put out. I mean, his ratings just went to shit after he put the book out. You know, they did a 2-week infomercial for it. I mean, it was such a money grab, such a disservice to everybody that he serves with.
Like, even right down to shitting on Jake Tapper. But there is one thing he said. I don't know if I could find it. There is one thing he said that I legitimately agree with. I don't know if I could find it. Maybe I liked it or something.
Run away from all values in order for us to lead. But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador?
Because to go back to intellectuals in office. I liked when government was full of goodies and nerds.
Yeah, those days are done. Those days are done. It's a blood sport now, and we're all looking for knives. So, but in the context of what he's talking about here, I fully 100% agree. Unironically, 100% agree. Oh, what happened to the video? YouTube, are you taking a shit? Or Twitter, are you taking a shit on
Run
that?
away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, I would pick up the phone and call the fucking president of El Salvador and say, you either fucking send them back or I'm gonna fucking invade. It's a fucking crime what they're doing. He's a fucking dictator thug.
Bukele or Trump?
Both.
Yeah. The craziest thing to me is especially interviewing migrants and like.
But these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 1,000% behind that. Send them back or we'll invade. Fucking, let's go. But the entire interview, I haven't watched all of it just yet. It's pretty fucking long. But, I mean, it's an interview of the id. It's an interview of the id. Like, you could tell that this dude is just, he's writing, like there's no governor in Hunter Biden's brain telling him, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Maybe I should reword it in a different way. Maybe that. There's none of that. It's basically, I've got a thought. I'm just going to say it. Like, I'm going to say it. I've got a thought.
_Wisp said there should be a fourth branch of government where luminaries argue with other luminaries.
A fourth branch? I mean, that's supposed to be... I mean, that's supposed to be the legislative branch, honestly. Yeah, that's supposed to be the legislative branch, but guess what? Mike Johnson just shut down the Congress and sent them all off on like a multi-week vacation so that they could avoid like having to be forced to vote on the Epstein shit.
I'm talking about professors and researchers and others.
Well, you don't need a branch of government for those guys to debate each other. That's literally YouTube. You're talking about making YouTube.
Farms said, yeah, he burned out that mechanism with cocaine.
You're talking about you're cocaine and probably some other stuff. But Wisp, you're talking basically about making YouTube a branch of the government.
Said CP USA raised fist emoji. Haunted_Wisp said no, not really, Devin. Maniacal Toaster said there should be a fifth branch of government dedicated to keeping the pit wet.
The pit. I mean, it really is. You just have to know where on YouTube to look. Wisp, I mean...
Haunted_Wisp said you're simplifying my idea down to nothing and then poking imaginary hole. Haunted_Wisp said fuck all you all.
Ease up, buddy. Chill.
Genetic Memory Farms said how many cokeheads you know only have brilliant business ideas between 3 and 4 a.m. Maniacal Toaster said but I love poking imaginary holes.
I gotta say, I mean, I live in Austin, so been around a lot of cokeheads at 3 or 4 a.m. Can't really say I've discussed business strategy with a great many of them. What is this? Oh, I can't read that right now. Oh, there's that Mehdi Hassan Jubilee nonsense. What? No way. What is this? Hold on, I gotta Google that. Oh, okay. Well, this guy was 80 years old. I'm not gonna put any credence to that. A lawyer who at one point in time represented Jeffrey Epstein died recently. But the guy was 80 and he represented a fucking shit ton of people, so I'm not...
Haunted Taco 12 said there should be a sixth branch of government that sends politicians and billionaires into a Star Wars-style rancor pit, and if they manage, perhaps they could be permitted exoneration. Haunted Taco 12 said emphasis on perhaps.
Jesus. Oh, man. He's 55, great skin, passion, and high energy. Decent physique, great hairline, focused cognitive abilities. Which begs the question, should we all smoke crack?
Maniacal Toaster said there should be a 7th branch of government that sneaks into the president's bedroom and lights his hands on fire at night just to keep him on his toes.
Why are you guys all obsessed with creating branches of governments all of a sudden? You realize we live at a point in time when all of our pre-existing branches of government are being distilled down into just one.
Maniacal Toaster said there should be an 8th branch of government that stops people from asking why we keeping making new branches of government.
Oh man, what time is it? Oh man.
Haunted Taco 12 said there should be a 9th branch of government specifically dedicated to ensuring that all cats in the United States are fed and safe.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's about to be a 10th branch of the government called me going to bed, so I think now is as good a time as any for me to call it for the night. Alright, thank you everybody for joining me. I appreciate it as always. I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow.
Said nice stream.
Thank you, Arachnid. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow, given
Maniacal Toaster
really
said
busy,
there should be an 11th branch of government dedicated to telling Devin that abiotic factor updated to 1.0. Incidentally, Devin, abiotic factor updated to 1.0. Street Corner Becky said night all. Haunted Taco 12 said Yolda 6 Tsuki Yolda 6 Scalby Yolda 6 Yarn Love.
Oh, I didn't even see the other ones. Hey, have a good night,
Soul
Vince.
said yeah, I really want to play abiotic factor.
I have never had an interest in the multiplayer horror / extraction shooter kind of thing, aside from Helldivers, but I
Maniacal
don't know.
Toaster said I have it and it's good and I want to stream it with people.
Well, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll check it out next
Maniacal
week.
Toaster said it's not a horror extraction game.
Oh, I thought you said that it was.
Haunted_Wisp said look, I'm sorry I said fuck you all. Arachnid Soul
It's
said
all
it's
good.
like Half-Life 2 I think in many ways.
It's all
Genetic
good,
Memory
Wisp.
Farms said good night you all. Maniacal Toaster said it has horror elements but it's not a horror game.
It has horror elements, but it's not a horror game.
Arachnid Soul said later everyone. Maniacal Toaster said I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, it's 20% off right now. I am desperate for my my finances are hurting right now. I'm desperate for my desperate for my
Maniacal Toaster
paycheck.
said good stream, good job.
I'm desperate for my paycheck. Actually, like, because of the full-time conversion, I'm getting switched to a regular pay cadence, which is going to coincide with my last invoice that I sent them. So at some point between this week and next week, I should come into a decent chunk of money. So maybe sometime between then, I'll have one of those epic Steam streams. Maybe I should revisit my wish list. There was a dating sim. I was hanging out with Lulu the other day. There was a dating sim she was telling me that I needed to play, where you can like date inanimate objects. I need to look into that. She was saying that she had a lot of fun with it. She wants me to play it, so you know. I guess at some point I'm probably gonna get that. Maybe I'll look into getting abiotic factor. I'll just put it on my wish list now so I don't forget about it. Maybe I'll look into getting abiotic factor then too, so who knows. That's a problem for future Devin. Current Devin is going to log off and
Haunted
go to
Taco
bed.
12 said date inanimate objects. Isn't that just women? Badums.
You know what? I'm actually kind of impressed that Caster Labs did the bottoms thing pretty accurately. Not bad, Caster Labs. That was pretty good. Pretty good translation of that. All right, I'm out. Take it easy, everybody. I hope to. Well, when am I going to stream next? Because, well, maybe Thursday. Maybe Thursday. I might stream Thursday. We'll see. If I do, I hope I see you on Thursday.
Farms asks, how do you make dating a game? I mean, I know it exists, but WTF?
Oh,
Haunted
man.
Taco 12 said waving hand emoji.
Genetic Memory Farms dating games are as old as Super Mario. Just about. And they can be pretty fun.
Haunted Taco 12 said enjoy your midweek.
You know what? Maybe I should start playing one of the dating sims on my in my backlog. I have a couple. Maybe I should play one next time, and you can see how it works itself out. They're pretty silly. They're lighthearted. They're fun. They tend to be, quick to get into, quick to get out of. But maybe I'll try it next time. We'll see. But that's a next time problem. So hope to see you on Thursday if I do stream. If I don't stream or you're just not around, then enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you when I see you. Take it easy, y'all.